Now let us talk about IDs. So what are they, why we use them, why we are not going to work with command line window or shell, or why we are not using just notepad to code. So there are a lot of questions and I will be answering all of them in this video. So what is IDE? So IDE is actually integrated development environment. It is basically advanced version of text editor. We can add packages, we can customize it according to what language we are working. We can add terminals, so you can just write your code at the top shell, and at the bottom shell you can just run your code. And we can also add file management system, so on the sidebar you can see all the files on which you are working. You can also integrate them with version control system, that is Git, GitHub, and you can also connect with them. So there are a lot of IDEs that are already available in the market. You might have heard of Atom, Bracket, PyCharm, Sublime Text, and a lot more. So there are different IDEs like PyCharm that is specifically for Python. But there is a problem with PyCharm that it takes a lot of RAM, its size is quite big, and people don't prefer at the beginning of programming. But as a beginner, I would be recommending you Atom. Before downloading Atom and setting it up for our Python environment, let us talk about advantages of IDEs. So IDEs help us to write codes in a faster manner. So they differentiate and highlight syntax in different colors, and also they help us to focus more on our programming and coding purpose. Like they have their own file system, so you don't have to visit different folders on your computer. You can just directly check out your files, your all files on which you are working on your sidebar. You don't have to worry too much about errors, about your spelling mistakes, or about your spaces, your tabs. All will be taken care by the IDs. Also, you can install different packages to customize IDs according to whichever language you are working. We'll be using Atom, and then we'll be installing some packages regarding Python on Atom. So our Atom will be customized to write codes for Python. And also IDs help us to autocomplete some sentences, and they surely help you to code more in a faster manner and reduce distraction. So these are some advantages of IDs. You get pre-installed libraries, you get lot of debugging tools, you get different type of plugins, your syntax are highlighted, and you have your own console. And there are some IDs that are specifically for a particular language, like I talked about PyCharm. So yeah, after this video you will be comfortable with IDs. Now before doing anything else, let us install our first IDE, that is Atom. So to follow that, all you have to do is just visit Google, write Atom, and then open the first link, that is the official website of Atom, atom.io, and you can see their website. And I would really recommend Atom for beginners. It helps you to set up environment very easily, and you can code and you can do work very efficiently. Now without creating any further delay, just click on download option and install your first IDE. And it might take few minutes. It's prox 139 MB. So my download is complete. Let's move forward towards the installation process. Now here is our Atom. Let us do some setup and then get started. We need to customize it and install some packages according to Python environment. So all you have to do is go to packages, and here you might find an option regarding settings view, and just go on to install packages and theme. Here you can install packages according to Python. So all you have to do is search about Python and you will get lot of packages. Now you can see there is autocomplete Python, there is a Python tool, and there are some more Python packages regarding linter, regarding debugging. So at this point of time you don't have to install all, but I would recommend to install for autocomplete Python and then Python tools. Till these both are installing, I would also check about file icons, since it's really helpful. For Python it will show an icon for Python. If you are using any CSS or HTML file, it has some different icons, so it really defines different file. I'm also installing this one. And the other package that I would recommend is pep8. So Python auto pep8 package, so it automatically formats your Python code to conform to PEP 8 style guide. So it uses the PyCode style utility to determine what part of your code needs to be formatted. So basically it helps you to format your code in a better manner. So Python has some formatting rule, so this will help you to follow that. So let us also install this. I guess we have installed 4 packages, and I guess as a beginner these 4 will be sufficient. But if you start working with Django or any other framework or any big project, you can use either PyCharm because it has lot of libraries, lot of packages pre-installed, and it is specifically for Python. Or you can install a lot more application on Atom, but then the weight of Atom will be already equal to PyCharm. So at this point of time we are using Atom for Python because of the weight. PyCharm is quite heavy, whereas Atom is quite light in comparison to PyCharm. So let's see if all our packages are installed. So you can see I have autocomplete, file icons, Python auto pep8 and Python tools. So at this point of time I have my 4 packages done, and there are some core packages that are already pre-installed. So that's great. Now let me start working on my first file for an example, that is my first.py, and let's see. Here you can see the editor experience is totally changed, and I can divide panes, that is I can work on 2 files continuously. One will be on my right and left. I can also open a third file and work on 3 files continuously, compare them, and you can see the icon that I have, that first.py have an icon of Python. And one thing I need to install is terminal, so I can use my CMD and this editor itself, and I don't have to work on any other command line prompt. This will be great for now, and you have an idea about IDEs now. The last thing I want to do is just go into packages, search for one more package, that is my terminal. Just install this terminal plus, or you can also install this IDE terminal. So these both are great, I have tried them. Let me install this one, and that is done. So let me close this and go to my first.py, open my terminal, and all I have to do is Python then first.py, and if I run this command you can see my result. So that's all for this lecture. My main aim was to make you aware of IDEs, how to use them, why to use them, advantages, and to make you comfortable with command line, IDEs and all the methods by which you can run your Python file. In the next lecture, let us work something more interesting with Python.